Millions of popular smart TVs can be easily controlled by hackers, product review magazine Consumer Reports has found. Unsophisticated hackers can easily access smart TVs and play graphic content, turn up the volume and change channels on them. They can do this over the web from the comfort of their own home, which could be thousands of miles away. Consumer Reports findings detailed which products are the most vulnerable to hacking, including devices from Samsung and TCL. Their research also outlines which television manufacturers can easily spy on you and your family if you purchase their products. Smart TV popularity in the US is on the rise. Consumer Reports cited research that showed 69% of new TV sets that were shipped within North America last year were internet-capable. That percentage is supposed to rise this year, the report said. The prevalence of the technology has grown so quickly that old-fashioned TVs that cannot be connected to the internet are now hard to come by. All 5 of the TVs use different smart TV platforms. Models made by Samsung and LG featured platforms designed by their own companies, but the TCL, Sony, and Vizio televisions the magazine tested used platforms made by outside companies. The Sony model featured in the study used Google's Android TV platform, which is also found in Leico and Sharp TVs. The TCL model used the Roku platform, and the Vizio featured Chromecast, which is also made by Google. Consumer Reports analyzed 2 characteristics of the televisions featured in the study: their data collecting tendencies and hackers' ability to access the machines. Our security testing focused on whether basic security practices were being followed in the design of each television software, the report said. They found that the televisions made by Samsung and TCL were not secure, and the report described the flaws in the television sets. It said they allowed researchers to pump the volume from a whisper to blaring levels, rapidly cycle through channels, open disturbing YouTube content, or kick the TV off the Wi-Fi network. To a television viewer who didn't know what was happening, it might feel creepy, as though an intruder were lurking nearby or spying on you through the set. However, the researchers were not able to discern what was being played on the television while they were hacking it. The process was compared to someone controlling a remote with closed eyes. The vulnerable Roku platform used by the TCL television can be found in sets from manufacturers Hitachi, Insignia, RCA, Philips, Sharp, and Hisense, in addition to Roku's own media streaming players, including the Ultra. The problematic design was described as totally unsecured in the report. Engineers in Goodale explained, this means that even extremely unsophisticated hackers can take control of Roku's. It's less of a locked door and more of a see-through curtain next to a neon "We're open" sign. Consumer Reports noted that it was not the first whistleblower to notice the problem. It has been discussed in forums since 2015. A Roku spokeswoman told Consumer Reports, "There is no security risk to our customers' accounts or the Roku platform with use of this API application programming interface," contradicting what the magazine had learned. The Samsung television's vulnerability was not as obvious. Even so, hackers could access the product in a relatively easy fashion. Goodale said, Samsung Smart TVs attempt to ensure that only authorized applications can control the television. Unfortunately, the mechanism they use to ensure that applications have previously been authorized is flawed. It's as though once you unlocked your door, the door would never lock again. Samsung said, "We appreciate Consumer Reports alerting us to their potential concern." It also said it is looking into the problem. Consumer Reports found that the Sony TV, using Google's Android TV platform, was the most invasive in terms of privacy. During the setup process, users are forced to agree to Google's privacy policy. If they do not, users are not able to access some of the TV's most basic functions. The report said the Sony television was the only one that required you to agree to a privacy policy in terms of service to complete the setup of the TV. Consumers have to click yes to Google agreements, even if they don't plan to connect to the internet. That could be a frustrating thing to discover only after you bought the big screen TV at the store, lugged it home, and maybe mounted it to the wall. Sony told Consumer Reports, if a customer has any concerns about sharing information with Google Android, they need not connect their smart TV to the internet or to Android servers to use the device as a television. Consumer Reports found that the problem with turning down access to data collection is that many functions that make a television smart disappear when you do so. This can be irritating if you have paid for a TV based on its internet capability. Consumer Reports suggested being cautious when setting up your TV and making sure you understand what you are agreeing to. The report pointed out that the data collection TV manufacturers and their partners are capable of goes beyond recommending a show based on your viewing habits. These companies can access your location, specifics about the apps you click on, and more. Pay close attention during setup. There, you can agree to the basic privacy policy in terms of service, Consumer Reports said. Then, as you go through the setup process, say yes to the most basic privacy policies and terms of service, but don't agree to the collection of viewing data.